With mortgage rates dropping significantly in the last couple of weeks, is now the time to buy or should you wait until next year? Today, we're going to talk about where interest rates are now and where we think they're going to go next year. When is the best time to buy a house in the current real estate market? And then we're going to share some great practical advice for home buyers in any market. I have Ryan Manley with Guaranteed Rate here with me today. Ryan, tell us, where are interest rates right now?
Joe, I've got good news. Interest rates are in the low sixes. Just a little over a month ago, we saw national average as high as 7 or above 7. So great news for anybody looking to buy.
So what does this mean for home buyers? Does it mean that now they can afford more because rates are lower or what?
Yeah, I think before when we saw rates up near 7 or above 7, affordability was an issue. And with the rates dropping significantly, it's really helped people with affordability. So it's just great to see the rates drop. We've seen inflation really be the biggest enemy with interest rates, and some of those numbers are starting to come down around inflation. So it's great news.
Perfect. So if you had to make a guess, would you say that interest rates will be higher or lower in 2023?
It's a great question. I do think we're going to be lower. So some of the forecasts that I've been reading have been saying, that we could be around 5.25 to even a little bit below that come 2023.
Perfect. I mean, that's really good news. So now let's talk about when is the best time to buy a house, right? And one of the things that's important to know is that you can't really time the market, but kind of using the information that we have available. So, rates have been going up. Now they came down significantly. We're in this winter market, which historically the winter market is usually a little slower. So you have, less homes for sale, but you also have less competition, which is good if you're a home buyer. So are we in a seller's market still or a buyer's market? What are your thoughts as a lender?
Yeah, it's a great question. I'm sure you get asked that all the time, and so do I. And, is it a seller's market? The stats tell us that, right? We're still seeing that on the stats. Now, who's able to negotiate better? I think buyers right now. I mean, we're seeing where 3, 4, 5 months ago, people were writing offers way above list price. Now we're getting buyers that, for the most part, when they write an offer, are writing below the list price. We're seeing a lot of seller pay closing costs, which help out buyers. And we're seeing home inspections, which is great because buyers can know what they're really getting for a home with a home inspection. So,
Perfect.
It's still a great time to buy. What are you seeing, Joe?
So, I mean, I have to echo what you're saying as well. So homes are selling for less on average than the sale price. Actually, for October was 97.5%, which is good if you're a buyer. More inspection contingencies, closing costs. And so I've seen the same things you're seeing, which is good news for home buyers. Now, obviously, home buyers now have more purchasing power, more negotiation, which is good. On the selling side, what I've been seeing is if you're a seller right now, you need to put a little more work. Before, you could just put your house in the market and it would sell. Now you have to focus on decluttering your home, taking care of any maintenance issues that you have, staging, getting nice pictures. All that's going to help you sell your home quicker. Right now, the median days on the market is about 20 days. But if you do all these things, if you price your home correctly, you can sell your home on average, within 2, maybe 3 weeks, which, again, in this market, the winter time of the real estate market, usually things are a little slower. So if you can sell your home within that time frame, you're doing very, very well. So we're kind of seeing the same things as far as what kind of market it is. So Ryan, we're basically both seeing the same kind of things. You on the lending side, me on the real estate side, right? So when should people buy a house? I mean, do you think now or should they wait until the spring?
Joe, it's a great question. I'll tell you a story. Back 10 years ago, I tried to time the stock market and moved all my retirement money into cash for 3-4 months, and the stock market just went up like crazy. All indicators were going to say it was going to go down, and it did the opposite. So I think the lesson there is you can never time the market, whether it's investing or investing in a home. You just can't time the market. So the question is, do you have some money saved up for down payment? Is your credit score where you want it to be? Financially, are you secure in a job that you're going to be there, long term? I think those are all good things to look at no matter what the market is doing.
Perfect. Well said, Ryan. I agree with you. And I think you can find something that you like in this market in the winter. Go for it, because in the spring, there's going to be more buyer demand. That's usually what happens. Obviously, we don't have any control on interest rates. Ryan, you seem to think they're gonna go down. I think they'll be down next year, but again, we don't know that with certainty. So if you find something now, go for it. And I think that would be some really good advice. Now, like you said, if there's someone that maybe doesn't qualify right now, or there's some other financial challenges, it's okay to wait. I mean, you don't have to rush either. So either way, you'll be in a good position. So now let's talk about some practical advice. So some of the things I tell my clients is to, number one, start early. Even if you're thinking, well, I might buy a house maybe a year from now. Well, today's the best day to start. Talk to a realtor, talk with a lender, explore options. There's different ways of getting lower interest rates. So knowing those options is important. Also think long term. So, if you watch the news all the time, you're always going to be, kind of in panic mode. But think long term, right? And then the last advice I would give is always make sure you're working with a professional, someone that has patience, it's going to listen to you and give you options and never pressure you. What do you think?
Joe, those are all great points. I mean, I think the biggest thing with when you're financing a home is meet with the lender as early as you can. Even if you're looking at buying, a year or two from now, it's never too early to start. And we can do things, simple tips and tricks to get credit scores up, which really saves quite a bit of money on interest rates and closing costs. Just putting yourself in the best position and having a game plan in place to make one of the biggest investments of your life.
Well said. Well, guys, we're going to get some updated numbers for the month of November in a couple of days here. So if you're interested and curious to see what's going on or what happened in November, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can stay up to date. Ryan and I do videos every month. So if that's something that you're interested, subscribe. And if you found this helpful, hit the like button so other people can benefit as well. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.